Gimana? Gimana ini? Mia yang tandona. Tanging jazerkan mana ngata simsan nang mina daksi. Tadi laglen tak kurang racu sembin ngata lab jamang potong singan jang. Rang ra sembang tadu. Rang jun sam nang ra lakman. Taku galik jun sam nang ra lakman. Tik jun sam nang ra lakman.
Mira su chua ni su sang se to mang po che to tena I laglen mi de na de tong si la na sa khere na da ngada gadi ji ga chana khu de demo jo se skyo de na cha chu ke sem gyu ngada lakba lang se gadi jana thro so minda de jana sa chu ke sem ma gyu ra no le yo khere na ngada e ene to sang sem rang pe go na ene gewa chinba I kai khere na juli kushi to na chinba gya la sa do gele mana khona samma za ja thum ja Tena sodne to nang samsi mentok no klei kana garan mana mangko tapse dele dele mentok sangma dene ikana guru rimbo je yaso dene mentok sangma guru a thuli chap tang se dene de sangma
ateo kharte namma kharte ne do yong je jane mi na ya cham ni ji rang samba ta ko ji ji teo ta suisang khak mane sem ko na jukte mane zarne na ma ba teo ngare sembe na namma je ko no ya le kong ram yil thagring je no de ale Ika pardo choste yang yul je sonde samchik takam dangmi na I me samchik dugale.
My name is Marina Monchi and I'm in South Africa.
We're in South Africa right now.
In Ladakh, India. I'm in Ladakh, India right now.
Compassionate Leaders is like the most important thing in my life. It's just, I joined my sophomore year because I was not doing so well and I wanted to learn how to do better and approach life and approach people and be kinder.
I would describe it as like a community of people, like high school age people who come together and learn more about themselves and how to help out the community through like channeling their inner values.
I've watched them refine their guiding principles so that how they live their life is clearer to them. I think young people have learned a lot about introspection, about seeing yourself, and not just seeing yourself in the lens of everything else, but just seeing yourself as yourself without necessarily the background. You know that thing when you're having a Zoom call that fuzzes out everything else and the clear one is just, I think that's perhaps one of the things that the introspection has kind of done for them. It has allowed them to be able to see themselves, absent the background, but to also see themselves in the background, to say, all right, now that I have this clear picture of me, I can also see where me fits in everything else.
I was super lost when I was coming into high school. I think that's something that all of us go through. Coming into my like new physical kind of being, but also my mental and emotional states were super new. To talk about like empathy, you know, like happiness, which are things that you know, but you don't really understand. It was nice to, it was grounding in a way that I could take time to really think about, oh, what parts of me are really me?
It's been so positive. I think I came in, I was struggling pretty hard my sophomore year because school was starting to get hard and rough and like friendships were kind of like confusing as sophomores, like a sophomore year is. And so coming into the program, I feel like I felt so much like love and just like compassion around me. I think it felt super positive. And I've made so many friends through the program, and I think it really has given me a safe space to like, just really like figure out who I am.
I've gained a friend, you know. And I think more and more, despite having all the social media and the so on and so on, friends are becoming somewhat of a rare commodity.
Thinking about my friendships and how much they've taught me confidence in the way of taking up space and expressing myself and being proud of where I come from.
While being independent, not crawl into ourselves and to still like be able to be open and learn. I think that's also a big thing, to learn from not only one culture but multiple different cultures, and India will give me that opportunity as well as, you know, adding on South Africa. It spins your world on the axis in a way that is not shattering, but just realigning. For a lot of people, being a teenager is super hard, and there's just so much that's happening, and you're feeling a lot of things, and most of them, I would say, are like pretty like overwhelming or negative. And so coming to this space and like being able to have these in-depth conversations, not only about bettering ourselves, but also other people, and being able to have this super open and positive space that it's not just you, but it's also a bunch of other kids that are going through the same things. This is super encouraging.
I've never like felt something like that. Like it was just pure, genuine joy. And like my mouth hurt from smiling so much.
I've just gotten a lot more mindful of what compassion is, other people's suffering. I've gotten better at viewing my own suffering and my own feelings, and then understanding I'm one person out of 8 billion people. Everybody feels the things I do, and so being able to deal with my own internal thoughts has helped me project what I should be doing to other people to help them out, because you never know what people are feeling, but they're not only feeling good all the time, and so that's been very helpful.
And you know, you don't realize this is actually not a peculiar thing. It's not a strange thing. It's something that's been around for so many years. But almost as a society and as a community, we've shifted our values from valuing the things that are important to suddenly, I mean, honestly, we have such a culture of do more. So much so that we've forgotten to focus on being more. And that you are more than just a machine that's there to do work. You're a person that's there to live. And so I think that this experience is almost finding the spaces to do that with and for young people, thereby, you know, better equipping them for a good life, a valuable life. I'm using economic terms. I don't know if you've ever contemplated the possibility that you could be walking on soil under which there's a lot of gold. There's a lot that's valuable around us, but we often walk without recognizing it. I think this experience for many young people is about learning how to identify the diamonds and the precious metals. I think it's about knowing what is under the soil. You know, where's the value? Where are the important things? All of these are lifelong lessons. But what this does is it begins the process of you growing and developing the skill and the ability to mine the value in your own life.
It's super important for teenagers to have this experience, whether they're homeschooled, they're in public or private school, like, is super important, and to be able to have an introspective time for kids when the world feels like it's moving so fast all the time, and, you know, especially now there's just so much happening, that we all get to like take a step back and understand that it's not the end of the world, even though it feels like it is all the time. It's just So thank you for making Flourish and for like having this program.
We have the garden going down there where everyone has like dug up all the grass and has just turned like nothing into a garden, and a lot of hard work. Happiness doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. So it's just been really amazing to realize that within myself.
다 상마사 기토도 노야래. 나다 릭스텐보 망백 남시 장 루샤지 장 두식 맷각래 남신 작간도.
Mana sikit kurang solak taji benda. Tanga mana sinang cang serkamina kaya.
Like it has been the best. I just don't want to say it has been the best thing that have ever happened in my life, and it's just coming from the heart, mostly coming from the heart.
I guess thing is just like more self-growth before I like am like on my own at college.
I'm excited to start the process, and I'm excited to, I don't know, see who I become at the end of all of it.
I want you guys to just stop to share the kindness to people and the love. I just want to say, thank you guys.
Just be more loving. Yeah. Yeah. I had other things I wanted to say, but I was starting to tear up.